Hey everyone, I'm Ian Douglas, the author of the website techinterview.guide. I do live streams every Sunday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern about topics relevant to interview preparation for the tech industry. I occasionally record longer Q&A sessions, and I've started to break those into smaller videos to post. And there'll be information at the end of this video about how to get in contact with me if you have additional questions. Let's get to it. This next question on the list is a little bit interesting. How do you answer a job interview question that are not entry level when your job experience is not in that field of work? And so you've applied for a job and you're new at that type of role, and you get asked questions that are not like entry level questions. So you're coming in as an entry level person and they're asking you questions that are like way harder, and they are absolutely not part of like an entry level type of question. That one can be leaning on armchair rest is not a good idea for the shoulder. That one's a little bit tricky. As an interviewer, it's my job and my responsibility to figure out what you know and what you don't know. And if I'm asking questions that are way outside of the scope of what you should know, part of it may be like, you know what, I've got to get through these questions so that we can, you know, ascertain, like, do they know the following topics because we need them for this role? And, you know, this person knows this and this person knows that, but they don't know these other things. That may be like part of their scoring rubric, that they've got to ask that question. If they look at your resume and go, oh, you've never done data science before, just using that as an example, and you're applying for a data science role, they may still ask some questions just to see, like, what do you even know about the role? Like, why do you want to be a data scientist? Do you know about this? Do you know about that? Do you know about certain topics, or, you know, common libraries or tools or databases or things that you would use in that role, just to see what your familiarity is in that role? But if they're asking like really deep, like, how do you do, you know, data modeling or whatever to optimize the machine learning performance on such and such, you know, if that's like way more advanced than anything that you've studied for that kind of role, it's okay to say you don't know. Because again, my job as the interviewer is just figure out what you know and what you don't know. So it's okay to say you don't know, and then, you know, maybe follow that with, you know, what you guess or presume based on the question. Like you can make those kinds of things, sort of comments at that point. But it's if it's like the whole interview feels like that, then that might be a bit of a flag that they know you don't have experience and they know you haven't used certain tools, but they keep asking you questions about those things. That just sounds like they're just trying to overwhelm you with that kind of stuff, and maybe you don't want to work there. So I would say anytime you're in an interview scenario and you don't know an answer to a question, that's totally all right. You can just say, I don't know, and move on. Move on to the next question or move on to the next topic. As an interviewer, I'm going to keep kind of poking and prodding at your knowledge to figure out what you know and what you don't know. And sometimes I may ask a couple of additional questions just to see if it sort of jogs your memory. But, you know, hopefully they're not doing that too much. Otherwise, it's a very awkward interview scenario. Hey, thanks for watching. I love helping people out with interview prep, and I hope this video helped you in some way. If you found this Q&A useful, please consider subscribing. You can follow me on Twitch as well for the live stream twice a week. Check out techinterview.guide/streaming for more information. I also have a daily email series that you can subscribe to on the website. There are never any ads, and when you finish the series, I scrub your information out of my database permanently. Finally, if you have a question that you'd like answered on the stream, you can find my contact info on techinterview.guide. I prefer LinkedIn or email. If you leave your question in a YouTube comment, it might take me longer to find it, but I'll see you next time.